Yep. Okay. Okay, so starting prepositions, which will probably be the last part of speech we'll talk about because we just have conjunctions and interjections left, and I think we actually have talked about conjunctions already, and interjections I saw on the wall down by the third grade classroom that they had made some posters, interjections. Wow, yahoo! Could be, so I think we kind of have interjections. Prepositions tend to be a little trickier, and so here's a story we're going to start with that will make it quite memorable for you. It's a one-sentence story. That will kind of make it easy to remember what a preposition is, or I think will help make it easy to remember. It's called Rosie's Walk. It's by an author called Pat Hutchins. It's actually the first book she ever wrote, which is, got that for a second. A one-sentence story. Wow, we could do this. Rosie's Walk. I should put this on the screen here. Rosie the hen went for a walk across the yard. Around the pond. Over the haystack. Past the mill. Through the fence. Under the beehives. And got home in time for dinner. Guess what this book is all about? Chicken. But everything the hen does is in a prepositional phrase, and that's really what it's full of. So, across the yard is a prepositional phrase. Across the yard. So, it's a preposition across, and it's in a little phrase. Across the yard. That's another page. Around the pond. Over the haystack. Past the hill, past the mill, through the fence, under the beehives. I think that's it.
Made it home.
In time for dinner. Okay, so that's how prepositional phrases work. They're little, usually 2 or 3 word sentences that all, or not sentences, or phrases that begin with a preposition and end with a noun or pronoun. So that's what we're looking at. That was Rosie's Walk. Oh, we've got to turn this slide. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these. Toward the end of the school day, our teacher reads to us, and there's actually several prepositional phrases in here. Anybody want to take a stab at some of them? Joel?
Toward.
That's the preposition, and it would go in a little phrase. What's the whole phrase?
Toward the end of the school.
Just like usually 2 or 3 words, right? Toward the end. That's one of the phrases. Another one you want to try?
Of the school day.
There you go. Of the school day. And there's actually one more in there. Zach, what do you think?
Reads to us.
Reads is my verb, right? That's what we do, but we'll take the to us. So there, that's full of prepositional phrases. So it always starts with a preposition and ends with a noun or a pronoun. In this case, there's a noun, and there's a pronoun. All right, next one. I like hearing stories about other kids. What do you think the prepositional phrase is? Prepositional phrase. It starts with a preposition. Well, let's cut out what we know. What's our verb?
Hearing.
Hearing, along with
Like.
So I like hearing, and I is a. So that's a.
Adjective.
The people word is a
Pronoun.
pronoun. Okay. So that leaves us. Stories is a
Noun.
So that leaves us our prepositional phrase about other kids.
So could we do that for the paper that we'll get?
Today we're just looking for prepositions, so it's prepositional phrases.
So
But yeah,
like,
you
if
could
that
do
could help us do.
Yes, I think it's a great idea.
Verbs, okay.
Yes, if you knock out your verbs and pronouns and nouns, essentially you'll be able to figure it out a little better. All right, the Earth's crust is beneath the dark blue ocean. Okay, do you think you know what that prepositional phrase is?
beneath them
What's my verb?
is.
Okay, so I don't want is.
Beneath the dark blue ocean.
There you go, all the way till the noun, so beneath the dark blue ocean. So it starts with the preposition, ends with the noun, everything in between here is the adjectives describing it. Yes?
Is it usually, could it also be in the front or the back?
It can go anywhere in the sentence, right?
Okay.
Because we could start the sentence with, beneath the dark blue ocean is the coast. Jacob, you ready?
Sure, but how did that sentence be able to do all that? Like, how many words? 5 words or something like that.
Well, I'm not sure what you're asking.
Like, the prepositional phrase has 5 words.
Yeah, it can. It can have 2. It can have, it's usually 3, but anything we throw in between there is adjectives. So if you have a prepositional phrase, it starts with a preposition, ends with a noun or pronoun, anything else in between there is going to be adjectives. Alright, so what do you suppose, I traded a pretty stone for yellow flowers, what do you suppose is the...
Would it be a pretty stone?
A pretty stone, think about what that is. What's stone? What part of speech is stone?
It's a noun.
A noun. And pretty is describing that, right? So that would be an adjective. So is A is an article, right? So that wouldn't be our prepositional phrase.
Would it be yellow flowers?
What's my preposition to start that though?
Or
4
yellow.
yellow flowers. There's my prepositional phrase. Okay. Gracie, how about you? We haven't, well, we won't have a fire drill until February. What could possibly be our prepositional phrase?
What's up?
There you go. And Jane read inside the quiet library. Connor, what do you suppose would be the preposition phrase?
Inside the quiet
You
library.
got it. You got it. Inside the quiet library. Now, okay. Before we look at, try and find a few more, here's this little, anybody know the song, We're Going to a Mansion? Okay, that's it. This is what the tune is too. So here's all our prepositions. There's a whole list of them. And remember, prepositions show relationship. They're easy when I had the water bottle and the pencil. The water bottle is over the pencil, under the pencil, beside the pencil. All of that shows relationship. Those ones aren't so hard to see. It's kind of those things like for, of is one, about. How do I show relationship with that? Well, here they all are in a song. I'll sing it to you. Aboard, up, toward, beneath, underneath, about, without, throughout, inside, beside, before, by, for, beyond, below, behind, in, to, through, to, within, within, around, near, down, across, like, from, among, at, on, upon, of, since, between, against, over, and under, above, except, after, until at last the song is passed off, during, and along. Oh, preposition, you show relationship between a word in the sentence and another object. There you go. That's a lot of them. You can see the ones in parentheses are not prepositions, like and as a conjunction, and that just kind of helps the song go along. But all of those are all our prepositions, so that's our little handy chart. Yep, Jacob?
So those are the only prepositions?
That's it. Yeah, and that one, you can see up is not, you'll get used to seeing up and beneath and underneath. I think about, by, for, these are harder ones to see. With is one, at is one, another at there. So those are our prepositions. All right, let's do a few more minutes.
Dr. McDonald, did you
Yep.
realize it was fall?